must be a difficult time with some barrage of notifications coming in a matter of a weekend. Has the dust settled now?
Well, ma'am, it's settling down. So there was oil, there was onion, there was rice.
Wheat, and yes.
Wheat, of course. The ramifications of each have to be analyzed and shared with the larger management. So yeah, it's been a busy week. And we are still struggling to get our head around it. In the meanwhile, everyone had expected that with the increase in import duty of oil, the base market in Malaysia is going to correct, and maybe the entire impact will not get passed on to users and consumers. Unfortunately, the tailwind for the basic commodity is so strong that since then I think prices have only risen over the last 3 sessions. Today, as we speak, the market's up triple digits in ringgit terms. So yeah, trying times.
It is, it is. So going forward, especially when it's a festival season and you guys as companies are dealing with all of these duty changes, does it at all impact on what will be shipped out to shelves ahead of the festivals?
Well, again, because this is an oil conference, speaking on the theme, I think the government of India has reached out to oil refiners and kind of urged them that they should hold on to passing on the duty immediately to consumers and bulk users. And I think in some ways it will take about 45 days for the entire supply chain to get impacted. But there are material in the pipeline. For bulk users like us, I think several of the leading refiners have cooperated and they have said that okay, they've been reasonable with us. There is some oil that they have in their tanks which is pre-duty, which they are continuing to give. Of course, this will only be a very tactical, short-term kind of a thing. So eventually prices will go up and eventually all FMCG companies will have to rethink what is their strategy. So there is a double whammy. Demand has not been very buoyant. It's been less than what we had anticipated, let's put it that way. And when now faced with commodity inflation in most of the key commodities, you can take maida, which was about 26-27 rupees a kilo pan India last year this time, is today about 34-35. So that's a big hike. Oil we all know about. Sugar's been largely benign but still bullish. Then there are other things which go into our commodities like dry fruits, for instance, very, very bullish. You know, so stuff like cashew bits, which we were buying last year at 280, are today across 500. So yeah, inflation is all around, and we at some point will have to bite the bullet and look at passing it on, if not fully, but partially.
How are you looking at a longer term view when it comes to essential commodities with various, whether it's about weather vagaries and environment and government policies, global cues as well?
So ma'am, yes, that is what worries me, worries us, and ITC as a responsible corporate has been taking climate change and weather very, very seriously. We have commissioned certain studies to look at what will be the water stress areas around India and what can be done to mitigate that problem. It's not only our problem, it's actually the nation's problem. And if we have to survive along with the nation, we have to try and find a solve for it. So that is one thing. Of course, geopolitics does bother us. But then again, it is more tactical, it's more short-lived. You know, the Fed reducing interest rates may push up or push down commodities for a while, but structurally, we are going to be having 1.5 billion mouths to feed very short order, and we need to gear up for that. We need to be climate resilient is the one message that I'd like to share.
All right, those are all the corporates from Godrej to ITC to Imami Agrotech telling us that the prices of many food articles are going higher from here, whether it's about edible oil or it's about spices, sugar, maida, cashews, dry fruits, that is. And going forward, they also suggested that the kind of demand that they were expecting during this festival season isn't so great until now, at least. Well, with that, we are heading into a short break, but don't go anywhere. We get you more conversations from the conference when we return.